Hello again, everyone. Billy Irwin, IAG Insurance. Well, you made it through step one, the hardest step, getting going. Now we're on to step two. So step two, let's say you come back in your step one and you got a 1-2% increase. Take it, Godspeed, you're on your way, and you're probably not even watching us. More in terms of reality. Let's come back and say your renewal is a plus 10%. And even that isn't so bad these days. What are we gonna do? Now, typically what every broker will do is like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, it's plus 11. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fight for you and I'm gonna try to get you a plus 8. What are you gonna fight with? You need data. That's what we do. The carriers, I mean, they're going to lump you together with millions of other lives, and their numbers are what they are unless you can succinctly and exactly, precisely argue why you should be better. For the moment, before I get worked up, let's assume we're staying with fully insured. We'll soon move on to level funded and self-funded options. Yes, even down to 25 lives. For self-funded and 2 to 5 lives for level funded. That's in steps 3 through 7. Step 2, let's assume we're fully insured. You really don't have a lot of leverage you can pull. However, doesn't mean you have to quit, right? So the biggest thing we can do is let's look at a high deductible health plan. Well, of course, now, okay, your deductibles now are say $500 or $1,000 on average for your employee base. Well, we can raise that deductible to $3,500, $6,500, but what you're effectively doing is you're pushing that cost off on your employees, which is really a tall task to put on them, because it was just out a few months ago that 63% of Americans can't afford $500 worth of medical bills or any other expense that comes up. So, I mean, to go from $500 to $1,000 out of pocket to $3,500 is almost an insurmountable task. So what your employees will do, they'll put off healthcare and they just won't show up to work one day because they have a catastrophic illness, which also hits your health plan, by the way. So what do we do? So let's assume that we're going to raise our deductible from $1,000, and let's take it up to $6,500. That's going to completely wipe out this 10%, or probably even make it negative. So now your plan is really plus 0%. However, your employees are really not that happy, and they're going to, they could look for other jobs and leave you. So what do we want to do? We need our major medical, $6,500. We have 2 phenomenal plans. One of them is exclusive to us, where we can put in a supplemental policy, a secondary insurance plan. May cost a point. Some now, courtesy of Affordable Care Act, courtesy of ACA, we can create, and we do, and I'm personally on it, a supplemental insurance plan that doesn't cost anything after taxes. My take home didn't pay. My employer actually saves about $400 a year. So, oh my gosh, the only objection I ever get to that is too good to be true. And I love those objections. Because I love talking to accountants and lawyers and making darn sure they understand what the value of this is. So, enough of that, but we can spend, let's call it 1%, and we'll get a secondary insurance plan. That secondary insurance plan will cover everything except the copay. So your copay may be $20, but everything under deductible from $0 up to the $6,500 will cost the employer or the employee nothing, and the employer will actually make money on it, courtesy of the Affordable Care Act. It's real. I'm personally on it. I use it. I have 3 daughters. My 2 youngest daughters are in urgent care for earaches or whatever comes up, and you get as my boss and my fellow coworkers chime me for all the time. There's always something going on with it. We use it all the time. I use telemed all the time. It saves both my wife and I work. Saves her from taking off. Saves me from having to take off work. And we get prescriptions on time, 24/7. It's a very real thing. And so believe me, it's not too good to be true. But You have to know what you are doing. That's our job, right? So if you're looking at a plus 10 and you need to take some action on it, reach out to us. We have other secondary insurance plans that don't require anything to do with ACA or working with that. If that's a little too complicated and you just don't want to deal with it, we can get another plan in place, +2, +3%. But it's a lot better than this plus 10. So reach out to us. You can ring my phone number, my cell phone number, 949-919-4460. It's on the website, 949-919-4460. Love to help you. Love to take care of some folks, just in terms of making their lives better. Let's get it going.